How many games will the Dallas Cowboys win in 2026? What's going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Mayo Jones here back with another NFL record prediction. And this time we'll be predicting the 2026 Dallas Cowboys record for the 2026 NFL season. We're going to get things started here. I'm going to go game by game analysis, game by game pick, see which game I think the Cowboys will win and which game I think the Cowboys will lose. So before I give you my record prediction for the Dallas Cowboys for the 2026 NFL season, don't forget to put thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to my channel more option, and comment down your opinion below to see how good you think Dallas will be. Do you think the Cowboys will make the playoffs? Do you think they'll win the division, or you think they'll miss out on the playoffs? Just let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Week 1, they get things started off against the New York Giants. Sunday Night Football primetime. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Now, I feel like the Giants might be an interesting team this year. I mean, I feel like they did improve a lot, especially at head coach and John Harbaugh. They did add some weapons on the offense like OBJ, Darnell Mooney, Isaiah Likely. But the offensive line is the same, but it's still sketchy. The defense is still the same, even though they lost Esther Lawrence. But they did added DJ Reader. I don't know if that's going to help or anything like that. And they added linebacker and Tremaine Edmonds. The secondary is very suspect, though. So the Giants do got players on that defense that are really talented, but I just don't really think their defense will be as good as that they believe it would be. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Cowboys their first win of the season because I just think the Cowboys are just like the overall better, more complete team, better quarterback, better coaching. They're just a more complete offense because I just don't think the Giants going to have much of an offense as well. And Jackson Dart can be a bit overrated. So, yeah, and I just think the Cowboys do have, the offense to at least, move the ball against the Giants' defense. I mean, they can run the ball, throw the ball, So, yeah, and I feel like Dallas defense, even though it's not as good, I think their defense will make more stops than you think. So that's why I got the Cowboys winning against the Giants week 1. Then week 2 against the Washington Commanders, I got Dallas starting off 2-0 and beating the Commanders. And I just think the Cowboys are just a more complete team. They're at home. And I just really think that the Commanders, they made some improvements, especially on defense. But I just don't think their defense is going to be good enough to at least stop a high-powered offense like the Cowboys. So I kind of really think that Dallas offense should be able to move the ball against them. They should run the ball against them. And I feel like the defense does a really good job, defending them. So I think Christian Parker will put up a good game plan against the Commanders' offense because I remember when he was the Eagles' defensive coach, he had a good game plan against Commanders' offense. But I think he finds a way to do it here. So basically, that's why I got Dallas beating the Commanders. Then week 3, they have to play at home against the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, this is a game right here that can go either way. This game's in Brazil, and this is a home game for Dallas. The Ravens are an interesting team. I kind of think they did improve their team a little bit. They added their defense pretty much improved a lot. They added guys like Trey Henderson and Calais Campbell to the D-line. And I feel like the Ravens, they have a new coaching staff and Jesse Minter. They're going to be doing a little learning curve right there. So I think Dallas, so I think there's a way that Dallas, I could totally see this would be a fun game to watch. I mean, both offenses playing against each other. But I feel like this game right here is going to be close. I feel like the Cowboys can totally pull off an upset. But I'm going to pick the Ravens here to win this game because I just think the Ravens are just a much more better team than the Cowboys. And I just kind of really think that the Ravens, have a better run game. I think they can run the ball. They can throw the ball. I feel like Lamar Jackson is going to be too much for your defense. And I feel like the weapons of Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews are just going to be too much for your secondary. I mean, I just don't see how Dallas is going to be able to defend that. And I feel like the Ravens' defense will get more stops as well. They can get pressure, and they got good corners that can man up against the Cowboys receivers. So yeah, so I think it's going to be a closer game than we expected, but I think and I wouldn't rule out Dallas winning, but I just feel like the Ravens will win because I think they're a much better team. Then week 4, they have to play against the Houston Texans, where they are going to be back in Texas, but this is going to be at the Texans Stadium. I can see this game going either way. I know most people could be on Dallas because Dallas has better offense and Texans got better defense. It's hard. Now, which one do I trust? The Cowboys or Texans? It's battle of Texas, so I'm picking the Texans to win because I just think the Texans are just a more complete team. They have the better. They're at home and have much better defense, and I think their defense will win the game, and I think they'll make more stops because they can stop the run, they can get after the quarterback, and they can defend the pass very well. D'Amico Ryans, he has like a really good defensive scheme, and I feel like those corners of the Texans can find a way to at least like get after the Cowboys receivers and cover them. And then I just really think that, I just don't see how Dallas offense is going to be able to move the ball against them. And I think Texans do have a respectable offense. I think they can make some plays. Even last time these two teams played, the Texans did win the Dallas and beat them. And that's when, that's when they beat them without Dak. So, yeah. So, I feel like Texans at home are really tough because of their defense. So, yeah, I'm going with the Texans there. Then week 5, they have to play at home versus the Bucks on a Thursday night short week in Dallas. I actually got the Cowboys winning this game here. I don't see them dropping 3 in a row, and the reason why it is that I don't see them dropping 3 in a row, and I feel like the Cowboys, they have a better quarterback, they have better offense, they're at home. I feel like their coaching is better in the Bucks. And I just feel like the Cowboys have more explosiveness on offense because I don't think the Bucks' offense is going to be as explosive as it used to be because they'd have lost Mike Evans. Their offensive line is pretty solid, but their defense got some young players out there, but they're kind of overrated and they're very predictable. So I feel like the Bucks do have a weaker defense. So I think Dallas offensively should be able to move the ball against them. They should be. I mean, Tampa Bay is not good at defending the pass, so I feel like Dallas offensively can get after that secondary of Tampa Bay because the Bulls, if he tries to play too aggressive and gets and blitz too much, I feel like Dak can make him pay. So I think Dallas, I can see it being a shootout though, but I think Dallas should win this game, and I feel like Dallas defense will be a lot better in Tampa Bay, which I think their defense can make a little bit more plays, and I feel like they can get after Baker Mayfield and make him uncomfortable. So, yeah. And I feel like, I'm not too worried about your secondary, but as long as you crowd the box and stop the run, you should be fine. And as long as you defend the pass, you should be fine. So, yeah, I think Dallas will win this game at home. Then week 6 against the Green Bay Packers on a Sunday night game in prime time. This is going to be a really good game to watch. Most people could be picking Dallas because Parsons might not be back by then. I mean, they're saying Parsons likely to play week 6. But if he plays, I'll pick Green Bay. But if he doesn't, I'll take the Packers. I'll take the Cowboys. But I'm guessing Parsons will be ready by this game. So I'm going to go with the Packers here to win this game because I just think the Packers are the more complete team. They're at home. And I just really think that their defense is much better than the Cowboys, which I think they'll make more stops. And I feel like Parsons will get his revenge on the Cowboys if he's playing. And then also, on top of that, I just really think that, offensively, I think the Packers can stay balanced. They got really good weapons on offense like Kraft, Watson, Reed, especially Golden as well. I think those guys are just going to at least move the ball and make some plays. And I feel like Jordan Love is going to slice and dice their secondary up. And yeah. And I understand last year this game was in Green Bay. The game was in Dallas, and Dallas, it was a shootout and in the tie. So Yeah, so I think the Packers are going to win this game at home, but I feel like it's going to be close though. Then next game, week 7, they got to play on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night in Philadelphia. Um, I think the Eagles win this game here because I just think the Eagles. I just think they're just a much more complete team. I feel like they're this. They could have more to play for because I feel like the Eagles are going to be a playoff team this year, and I feel like they have a better defense as well. And they're at home in this game, where it's tough to play at. So yeah, so I think the Eagles win this game. Then week 8 they have to play at home against the Arizona Cardinals. This should be an easy Cowboys win here because the Cowboys, they're just a much more complete team, better quarterback and coaching staff. They're at home. And the Cardinals got a new head coach they're going to be dealing with, and I just don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Is going to be Carson Beck or Jacoby Brissett. Um, I know the Cardinals have beat them several times, but I don't think they're going to do it. I feel like the Cowboys need to win this game, though. They need to. I mean, Cardinals, they don't have good offense despite the weapons they have, and then their defense, they got some good players, but they're young, but I don't think they're as good. And I just feel like Dallas offensively should move the ball against them. And they're definitely going to want revenge after last year. You guys lost to them by double digits. So I don't see that happening again. So I think Dallas should easily win that game there. Then week 9, they got to play against the Indianapolis Colts in Indy. This is going to be a really good game right there. I could totally see this game going either way. I know people could be on the Colts because the Colts got great offense and they can run the football, but their defense is solid, but I don't think is great. And and I just have a feeling that the Colts might take a step back this year. They're going to regress because I don't think their defense will be as good. I feel like their offense will be fine. So yeah, but I feel like this game right here is going to be close and competitive. But I lean Cowboys here because I think the Cowboys are just a better version of the Colts, and I just think they're a much more complete team than the Colts, and they have a better quarterback. And I know Shane Steichen has had success against the Cowboys, which he knows them, but I just don't know if I really trust the Colts offense to do much. And I just don't think they have a lot of explosive weapons that can really threaten the aspects of weakness, which is the Cowboys pass defense, which I don't know they can do that. I think the Cowboys offense will make more plays. I think it's gonna make some plays there. And I just think that Dallas defense is gonna put up a good game plan against Daniel Jones and his Colts offense. And I kind of remember when Daniel Jones was the Giants quarterback, the Cowboys defense knew how to defend him. So I think they can do that here. So yeah. And I don't think the Colts defense is gonna be as good as it used to be. So yeah, I think the Cowboys are gonna win that game though. Then week 10, they have to play at home versus the 49ers in your building. I actually think the Niners are going to win this game because I just think the Niners are just a much more complete team, have the better coaching staff, and I pretty much feel like the Niners have pretty much got their number. So, so yeah, I kind of really think I just really think that the Niners are just a way more complete team, and I just think their offense is going to stay balanced. And I just really think that and I think they can run the football, they can throw. I feel like Mike Evans can have a good game. I feel like Kittle can have a good game, especially Pearsall can as well. They have a solid offensive line, which I think is going to play good against your D line, which that can totally put your corners in a bad position. And I just really think that the Niners defense might be better than the Cowboys, and And I feel like they'll find a way to at least like defend the pass, stop the run, and all that. And I just feel like it kind of reminds me a few years ago in the regular season where the Niners beat them several times in the regular season, like almost every year, where Dallas just couldn't at least like deal with the balance of the offense. So I think the Niners will stay balanced offensively and set up drives. So yeah, I think the Niners win this game as long as they're healthy. But if the Niners, so yeah, so I think the Niners win that game there. Week 11, they have to play at home against the Tennessee Titans. I actually got the Cowboys should easily take care of business and beat the Titans because they're a much more complete team, better quarterback, better coaching staff, and they're at home. And the Titans are dealing with a new coaching staff, and I just really think that I just really think that I just think the Niners are just. I just think the Titans are not a good team. Like they don't have good offense. They don't have good like their defense is fine but not good. I feel like Cowboys offense will make more plays, and I feel like their defense can make more plays too. If long, I feel like if long as they can defend the pass and all that, and yeah, and really, I just think offensively, I just don't think the Titans defense have the corners to go toe to toe against the Cowboys receivers. So yeah, so I think Dak's gonna slice and dice them up. So yeah, so and I think the defense can totally get Cam Warren and his Titans offense uncomfortable. So I think the Cowboys win this game at home. Then week 12 against the Eagles at home on a short week Thursday. I think the Cowboys split the season series and beat the Eagles because I don't see you guys getting swept by the Eagles. You guys will be extra motivated to play them because I feel like you lost to them earlier in the season, but I think this time around Dallas will beat them, and yeah, and I feel like Dallas gonna have more to play for in this game. Seems seems a lot more to Dallas because I feel like Dallas could be a team that can make the playoffs this year, or they could barely miss it. So yeah, and the Cowboys do have a better quarterback as well, and I think I like their coaching more than Phillies. So yeah, I think Dallas will split with the Eagles. Then they got to play against Seattle Seahawks on a Monday night in Seattle. I actually think Seattle will win this game because playing Seattle is a tough environment where it's loud and all that, and especially with the fan base. I feel like Seattle's defense is a lot better than the Cowboys. I think they're a much better team than the Cowboys, and I just have a feeling that they have better coaching in Dallas. I think that Mike McDonald is gonna I feel like Seattle's defense will put up a good game plan against Dallas offense. They can, like I said, Seattle can stop the run. They can stop the pass. Like I think Seattle does have a better defense, in my opinion, where I think they'll make more stops. And Seattle on offensively, they're very good. They got weapons on offense that can really give Dallas defense problems like Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Cup. Yeah. So, yeah, I think Seattle is going to win that game for sure at home, especially in Seattle as well. And then they get a week 14 bye. And after the bye week, they got to play on the road against the Rams, whereas another West Coast team they got to play against. Um, this game will be a fun game to watch, but I'm going with the Rams here because I feel like the Rams are going to be one of the best teams in the league. I feel like the Rams are just a much more complete team. They have the better quarterback and coaching staff. They're at home. And I just really think that, the Rams is going to have a better defense than the Cowboys. I think the Rams defense is a lot better this year because they added Miles Garrett there, and then they added two corners from the Chiefs, which in Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. I actually think the Rams defense can win them this game as well. I think they could do enough to get after the quarterback, stop the run, and I feel like they could do enough in the secondary to to defend the pass and to defend the receivers as well. And then offensively, I feel like the Rams. I feel like Stafford is gonna slice and dice your secondary up because the Rams do got weapons on offense that can really give the Cowboys defense a lot of issues, like Puka Nakua, Devontae Adams. Like those guys are a problem. So I don't think that Dallas defense is going to be able to go toe to toe against the Rams offense, which I think the Rams offense is going to stay balanced. They're going to move the ball, which is going to keep the Cowboys defense on their heels. So that's why I think Dallas will win this game. And playing LA is tough as well, so that's why another reason why I think Dallas will win. Then we 16 have to play at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars on a Sunday night primetime game. This is going to be a really good game to watch. I think this game right here can definitely go either way. Now, I know most people could be on the Jaguars to win because people think Jaguars could be a better team than Dallas. But I'm going to say Dallas wins and bounce back because I just don't see them losing 3 in a row. And the reason why I got the Cowboys beating the Jaguars is because I think Dallas, offensively, I think they can stay balanced. And Jacksonville's defense is kind of like concerning. Like, I don't think their secondary is good. Their D line is okay, but I just don't know if Jacksonville really has the defense to cover the Cowboys. And I feel like CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens can have a good game though. And I feel like Dak's gonna like slice and dice that secondary up. So yeah, so in Dallas, I feel like their defense can make more plays as well and make more stops. And I feel like that their D line can totally get after Trevor Lawrence and make him uncomfortable. So yeah, so as long as they don't give up big plays and defend the pass and cover Brian Thomas, they should be fine. And I think Dallas is an overall better team overall. So yeah, I mean Jags do have a great offense though. They got great weapons, but I feel like it's going to be a shootout as well in Dallas. I feel like it's going to be a high scoring game, but I'm just going with Dak Prescott on a last drive, maybe Dallas by a field goal. So yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys to win this game there. Then week 17 against the New York Giants. I think they will split with the Giants this year, so I'm giving Dallas a win there. I think they're going to get their revenge on I feel like they're going to sweep the Giants because I feel like, Dallas going to have more to play for because I feel like they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot while the Giants are going to be playing for nothing because I don't think the Giants are a good team and they're not going to make the playoffs. And Dallas is trying to fight for a playoff spot. So, yeah. So, the Cowboys are just a much more complete team, better quarterback as well. They're at home. Like, I understand the Giants did beat them last year once, though. And then, last time it was a shootout and the Giants almost won that game where Dallas defense was blowing coverages against Malik Willis. But I feel like as long as you don't give up big plays to Malik Willis and cover, because that's when Malik Neighbors they were blowing coverages to Malik Neighbors, but as long as you recover Malik Neighbors, don't give up big plays to him, I feel like you should be fine and you will sweep the Giants. And then last game, week 18 against the Washington Commanders. This is a game I can see Commanders winning if Jaden's healthy. But I'm going to say you beat the Commanders and sweep the season series. Because I just think Dallas is an overall better team. And I just feel like they're going to have more to play for this game. And the Commanders, I don't think they're going to be a good team this year. I feel like they're going to be playing for nothing. So, yeah. So, I think Dallas will win that game there. So, basically, I have the Cowboys going at a total record of 10-7, which that could be good enough to make the playoffs. But I don't know if it's going to be good enough to win the division because right now I have the Eagles winning the division. So 5-1 in the division, 7-5 in the conference, 7-2 at home, 3-5 away. So yeah. So that's pretty good. So basically, by the way, I feel like this game right here, I feel like 10-7 sounds about right. I can see them being as good as 11-6, 12-5. I feel like 12-5 is the record. Could be their ceiling. I mean, 8-9 could be their floor as well, but I feel like as long as if Dallas defense can get back playing a high level, I think they could be a playoff team. So, but as you look at this schedule, it's very tough because they have to play the Ravens, they play the Texans, they play the Packers, they play the Eagles twice, they play at least three teams in the NFC West that made the playoffs, in like the Niners, Seahawks, and Rams, and the Jags. So yeah, that's a tough schedule. Like I said, like I could totally see them winning one more game. Like I can see them like beating the Ravens or maybe the Texans or maybe the Packers if Parsons is not ready to go by then, or maybe they beat the Niners if the Niners are injured, or maybe they beat Seattle or LA. Or I could see them losing games too. Like I could see them dropping one to Jacksonville. Maybe they drop one to the Commanders if Jaden is healthy. Or I could see them lose to a team like Indy or something like that. I feel like 10-7 sounds about right, but I don't expect. So yeah, I think Dallas is a decent team this year, but I don't expect them to do any better than 10-7. I mean, I don't expect them to do any better than 11-6, according to their schedule being tough. So yeah, like they can do worse than 10-7. Like I wouldn't be shocked by that. So yeah, but yeah, so I feel like um 10-7 sounds about right for Dallas, and I think Dallas is going to be a decent team, and I feel like they're a team that might make the playoffs this year. So yeah, so you let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm crazy? Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What your thoughts on the Cowboys and what you think their record will be. Well, this email, John, I'm a big fan. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and you can see more of my NFL record prediction videos through my playlist. Well, that's all I got for you for now and today. Thanks for tuning in and watching. See you guys later. Peace.